In an ancient valley, surrounded by high, dark mountains, lived a young herder named Elias. He was strong and kind, but every night when the sun disappeared, fear gripped his heart. The shadows grew long, the wind howled through the rocks, and in his mind strange shapes moved. Wolves that were not there, cliffs that swallowed footsteps, storms that never came. He never slept deeply. His flock grazed peacefully, but Elias watched the darkness with wide, sleepless eyes. One evening, an old wanderer passed through the valley. His cloak was patched, his staff worn smooth by many roads. He asked for a place by the fire and a cup of warm milk. Elias gave both willingly, though his hands shook as he poured. As the fire crackled, the old man noticed how Elias kept glancing toward the black hills. "Why do you stare so at the night?" he asked gently. Elias answered in a low voice, "Because the darkness hides everything I fear. If I look away even for a moment, something terrible might come." The wanderer smiled faintly and took from his pack a small brass lantern. Its glass was old and scratched, but inside burned a steady little flame. He set it on a flat stone between them. "Look," he said. The lantern cast a warm golden circle on the ground, small, no wider than a man's arms could reach. Beyond that circle, the night remained black and vast. "Now, watch," the old man continued. He lifted the lantern and walked slowly toward the edge of the firelight. As he moved, the circle of light moved with him. Wherever the lantern went, the ground became visible. Stones, grass, the path. The darkness did not disappear. It simply stepped back. It never came closer than the lantern allowed. The wanderer returned and placed the lantern back in Elias's hands. "This is courage," he said. "Not the absence of darkness, not the power to banish night forever. Courage is carrying your own small light and taking one step forward into what frightens you. The shadow may still be there, large, shapeless, whispering, but it cannot touch what is lit by your flame." Elias held the lantern tightly. He felt its warmth against his palms. For the first time, he noticed how steady the little flame burned, even when his breath came quick with fear. That night, the wanderer slept under the stars. Elias did not. But he did something new. When the shadows thickened and the old fears rose, he lit the lantern and walked just 10 steps around his sleeping flock. The light showed safe ground under his feet. The darkness stayed at the edge. Nothing attacked, nothing swallowed him. Night after night, he repeated this. 10 steps became 20. 20 became a full circle around the camp. Sometimes the wind blew hard and tried to snuff the flame. Elias cupped his hand around it and kept walking. Slowly, the fear lost its grip. Not because the mountains became less dark, not because the night grew kinder, but because Elias learned he did not need to wait for the fear to leave. He could move forward anyway, carrying his light. Years later, travelers would speak of the herder in the high valley who never feared the night. They said he walked with a small lantern even on moonless evenings, calm and sure. They did not know the lantern was ordinary. What made it special was the man who refused to let the shadow decide how far he could go. And so the quiet truth was passed down. Fear is a shadow, vast when you stand still, small when you carry your light and step forward. True courage is not to destroy the darkness. It is to walk through it, one steady step at a time, knowing your flame is enough.